All right, folks, so one of the things that we really want to know, one of the things that's always been curious to me, one of the things I've always found curious, the Winter Jam's been going on a long time, year after year after year, and every year we come, and you almost can't get here too early before there's already people here lined up. And the only reason you're coming a little bit later today than most times for Winter Jam is because this one falls on a Sunday, and probably went to church and then came out of church, loaded up the buses from the church, and came directly here. But what I want to know is, every year it's very, very easy to get 20,000 people into that stadium for Winter Jam. You'll come, you'll stand in the cold, you'll stand in the rain, you'll bring the buses, you'll walk long distances, pay for parking, and it's very easy to get you guys to come here because Winter Jam, it's inexpensive, it's fun, and everybody's hugging and singing, and it's just all feel good. But what I want to know is, where are you guys on Saturday morning when the abortions are happening? Where are you when the abortion clinics are open? Maybe some of you do an abortion ministry, and that's awesome. I don't know. I'm not saying that no one here does an abortion clinic ministry. If you do, that is awesome, and I thank you for that hard work. But what I want to know is, if it's this easy, if the Holy Spirit is in this movement, if the Holy Spirit is in this movement, then how is it so easy for you to load up the buses and come and stand in long lines for singing and hugging and listening to music and all of that? But where are the 20,000 Christians who we know you can get out and about, we know you have the ability, we know you have the transportation, we know you have the free time, we know you have the ability to be outside of the abortion clinic on Saturday morning or some other day that you might have off of work. But where are you? You know what we end up seeing outside of the abortion clinic? Maybe about 3 or 4 true Christians that are out there imploring people not to slaughter their baby, and then about 9 or 10 Catholics out there praying the rosary. So at least the Catholics show up out front of the abortion, and unfortunately they're praying to the wrong person. So where are you, folks? Where are you? Why are your buses not taking you on Saturday mornings to the abortion clinic? We know you have free time. We know you have the ability to stand in line or stand around in the elements. Where are you people? I'm just here to encourage you. I ask honestly. I'm honestly asking. I want you to take the same joy and pleasure and commitment that it takes to come out here and stand in line for hours for Winter Jam, and take that time and take that effort and take that passion and stand out front of an abortion clinic. Now let me make it a little bit harder, because I would imagine we probably have a massive percentage of people that are against abortion out here, and that's great. But let me ask you another thing that I never see any of you people at, and that's all these gay pride events. All these gay pride events. Where are your church buses? Where are the thousands of teenagers? Where are your church buses dropping people off when it comes to Charlotte Pride that's up here every year, growing and growing every year, taking over downtown Charlotte? Where are the youth groups? Where are the church buses? Where are you on the Saturday and Sunday of Charlotte Pride every year? When it comes to the Charlotte Pride Parade, when the Charlotte Pride Parade happens, they line up just a little bit, all of the floats line up just a little bit past the Elevation Church that's down here in Charlotte. Anybody go to Elevation Church? Anywhere around the Charlotte area? Anybody from Elevation Church? If I have to hear one more person from Elevation Church in the Charlotte area talking about how on fire they are for God and how revival's happening at Elevation, and they're doing great and mighty things for the cause of Christ at Elevation Church, and basically that consists of showing up to church, rocking out to the band, rocking out to the Lasers and Fog Machine at Elevation Church in a rocking guitar solo. But on the actual Sunday when the Charlotte Gay Pride Parade starts just a little bit down from the back door of their church, I don't see anybody from Elevation Church coming out. And I don't care what they want to do. If they want to come out and hand out bottled water that has a Bible verse on it, or if they want to give them a verse or a t-shirt and tell them, pass out a gospel tract, but they do nothing. But you know one thing I do see at the Charlotte Pride event? The last time I preached at the Charlotte Pride Parade, preaching at and against the Charlotte Pride Parade, the last time I was there, I saw 18 churches. 18 churches had floats in the Gay Pride Parade here in Charlotte. 18 churches had floats in the Charlotte Pride Parade. There were more churches that had floats in the Pride Parade than there probably were true Christians there rebuking them of their sin. Now, we've already had people coming up to us and telling us that we shouldn't be telling homosexuals that they're going to hell. In Asbury, Kentucky, the Asbury revival in Kentucky that happened. They had one of their alumni was supposed to come and preach at Asbury. They were invited, an alumnus who is a pastor was invited to come and give a message at Asbury during their revival. And when they asked him what his topic was going to be, he said it was about traditional marriage and the sin of homosexuality. They actually took away his spot, asked him to kindly leave. I personally know preachers who have gone to Asbury, and because one of them wore a t-shirt that said "homosex is sin," they were escorted out of the facility, off campus, with the threat of arrest for having a t-shirt that simply said "homosex is sin." Now, revival is supposed to be something that is of the Holy Spirit, that is drawn up of the Holy Spirit. And if something is a true revival, and if the Holy Spirit is truly moving in a movement, I'm telling you right now, from pure Bible, the Holy Spirit does not have a problem with the message that homosex is sin. If the Holy Spirit was moving on that campus and moving in that building and moving in the area around it, then there would be no one having a problem with the concept that homosex is sin. God destroyed the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah over that wicked sin. The Bible says that in the last days it'll be like in the days of Noah. It'll be like in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, which were overrun with homosexuality, with wickedness. Let me tell you. Remember the passion you had for today. Remember the excitement you had for today. Remember what it was like planning to come to Winter Jam. How early you got up and prepared. How much time and preparation went into this. How early you got here. How you coordinated with all of your friends and everybody at church and the church bus and the pastor and all the effort it took. All of the effort and all the excitement it took to come here to Winter Jam. And you come here year after year. And I want you to take that same passion and excitement and energy and passion for Jesus and come down to the abortion clinic on a Saturday morning. I want you to come to the Gay Pride events and pass out gospel tracts that clearly tell these people that homosexuality is a sin and they will end up in a lake of fire for it. Folks, you need to take this passion and you need to do something other than just hugging each other and listening to music and high-fiving each other and having glitter and confetti falling on you and soap bubbles falling on you and excitement. Yeah, great, that's fine. But where are the 20,000 people that profess to be Christians when it comes to the abortion clinic? Charlotte, North Carolina, I know of at least 2 abortion clinics that are still here. You've got the one on Hebron and the one at Latrobe. So I know there's still at least 2 abortion clinics that are active here in Charlotte. Think of all of the churches that are in Mecklenburg County. Think how many, I don't know know how many it is. It's got to be probably several hundred. There have got to be several hundred churches in just Mecklenburg County alone. And you have 2 abortion clinics that are having abortions, giving abortions every Saturday morning and other days as well. But let's say you have Saturday off. And if just one person from every church in Mecklenburg County showed up outside the abortion clinic, it would be the woman going to get an abortion would have to drive her car past probably miles of Christians imploring her not to slaughter her baby. Can you imagine? As opposed to what we have today, where you have about 3 or 4 Christians and about 9 Catholics praying to a statue of Mary outside the abortion clinic, and that's it. That's really not very intimidating to a young lady. That's not really going to stop her that much. Now, the Holy Spirit can do anything, can work wonders. But can you imagine a girl who's on the fence who's nervous about getting that abortion on a Saturday morning, and she didn't get much sleep, and she's really knowing she shouldn't do it, but she knows she has to, that on the way to the abortion clinic, if she were to drive by, and about a mile before she gets to the abortion clinic, there is a line of Christian after Christian after Christian after Christian after Christian for a mile with signs or banners or holding up a little baby doll or something imploring her not to slaughter her baby. Wouldn't that be more powerful than you guys always taking the time to come and cheer and hoot and holler for a bunch of contemporary Christian musicians who are probably have a certain percentage of them turn gay or gay affirming or drunkards or sex addicts later on down the road, and you'll have to kind of take back your adoration of them? Come on, folks, that's what we want. We want to implore you to use the energy and time and passion to do something greater and bolder, the hard stuff. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to high five, easy to hug, easy to cheer, easy to listen to music. But you know what's hard? It's hard dealing with 25,000 angry homosexuals at the gay pride event here in Charlotte, and no Christians out there to help us when we're trying to tell people, rescue them from the very edge of the gates of hell. Where are you? Where are you, Christian?